First, let me say how happy I am that all of you took some time to come to this rededication ceremony. I think we stopped this for during the 2 years for COVID, so it's good to have a physical meeting and to reaffirm our commitment to national service. So thank you, employers, as well as yourselves, for being here today. And of course, thank you to the organizers, ASME, and to Temasek Polytechnic under its principal, Peter Lam, for giving us this very nice premises. I remember that when I was in MOE, I would always, when we had ceremonies here, I would say that Temasek had a very nice auditorium. We gather this year together to commemorate and rededicate ourselves during SAF Day. But in a more uncertain world than ever before since the last World War, the peace dividends from the end of the devastating global event of the World War and the end of the Cold War have all but dried up. In its place, Europe stands divided, with hopes of integration with Russia dashed. As the war in Ukraine wages on, the whole world will feel its impact, whether in the sharp rise of prices and other staples or fuel and energy. Political uncertainty in many countries can result if their people go hungry or dissatisfied, or if their countries are mired in debt. For Asia, the relationship between US and China is at its worst in decades. Clear lines have been drawn in the sand by both sides, along with a commitment to fight to defend those positions. Right now, it's warnings or rhetorical barbs, but there is always that danger in an unhealthy relationship that physical blows may come about, whether by accident or intentionally. Singapore, at the crossroads of Asia, a maritime and air hub with thousands of multinational companies, many of which you work in, headquartered here, is the canary in the mine of the global economy. We are acutely vulnerable to events even far away and cannot escape being impacted. The world at large is at a dangerous point of history, and the SAF must be prepared for all eventualities to ensure that Singapore's defense and deterrence remain strong. In these uncertain times, Singaporeans look to the SAF to provide that stability and protection, and the SAF will give succor. I'm confident that every man or woman in the SAF will do his or her utmost to assure their family, members of the public, that the SAF can be depended on to defend Singapore and her interests. We have trained hard for many years to become a modern and capable military, whether for the air, whether for the Army, Navy, Air Force, and soon the Digital and Intelligence Service. Capabilities have been systematically built up so that we can stand ready and able to defend all of Singapore's borders on air, land, sea, and in cyberspace. I call on every soldier in the SAF to be vigilant, to train realistically, and undertake our duties with the utmost diligence. Take your role to defend Singapore seriously, and would-be aggressors will be deterred. As we mark 55 years of national service this year, we take pride that NS men are the backbone of national defense. Ordinary citizens, each performing an extraordinary role to defend those they love and our way of life in our home. This SAF Day, as we rededicate ourselves, we remind ourselves that in times of adversity, the SAF must shine through and remain steadfast. The SAF gives strength to our people and our country. Majulah Singapura, and happy SAF Day.